I'm going to show you everything you'd want to know about the new Lincoln Nautilus, including the giant screen. One thing, watch these on your television. We shoot them with Pro 4K gear. They look great. And subscribe to the channel. Some premium SUVs are so popular, it seems they're given as housewarming gifts to people moving into neighborhoods like this. Historically, Lincoln has been left off the registry. Nautilus is new for 2024 and, cutting to the chase, deserves a look. Here's what'll catch most eyes: 48 inches of LED display, currently the widest monitor in class when it comes to the automotive tech arms race. But this machine is more than screen size bragging rights. Nautilus pricing covers a lot of ground, starting at $52,000. It comes standard with the kind of stuff that you would want on a premium vehicle: all-wheel drive, heated steering wheel, phone is key technology. I'm driving a Reserve III, fully loaded. It stickers for $69 grand. That's kind of the sweet spot, considering if you go with a Black Label and check all the option boxes, you're staring down about 80 too large. $69,000 isn't couch cushion change, but here it's a good value. It buys active noise cancellation, automated parking, rich punchy revel sound with an excellent soundstage, a roof that'll take on Montana's big sky, inlaid 22-inch wheels, plus heated, vented, and massaging seats that rival Volvo as the best in the biz. 24-way adjustments mean anyone can get comfortable, really. Ditch the little trees. There's a choice of 3 fragrances. Which one and how much is dialed in here. Trendy walk-up greeting animation. Yup, this will get the attention of the neighbors, some of which may have forgotten about the brand. The screen is the star of the show, so let's start there. It's 4 feet wide. Positioned up high, it kind of eliminates the need for a head-up display. It is not touchscreen. It is just a display, though it is configurable. You just go into this menu, and then you can drag and drop to your heart's content. And once you've got everything up there, you can rearrange every which way from Sunday. For those that find all of this a little distracting, there is a calm setting. Go into that, and it eliminates some clutter. It's crisp, it's easy to read. One thing I'm wondering about, Apple has a new generation CarPlay, and I'm curious if Ford will let them into the system, because their engineers could have a field day with this screen. Nautilus starts with an enhanced version of the architecture under Bronco Sport and is built in Hangzhou, which is not a suburb of Detroit. That would be China if it matters to you. An available hybrid powertrain with 300 horsepower is a $1,500 upcharge. My tester is the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, making 250 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. The hybrid gets a continuously variable transmission. Here, it's an 8-speed with a low setting, but no manual shift ability. There are drive modes, and they make a difference, especially with the adaptive suspension on my unit. Initially, these unmarked pads bugged me, but once touched, corresponding controls appear at eye level. I came to like this a lot. Not that Lincoln buyers are serious about 0 to 60 times, but this powertrain will do that dash in just over 7 seconds. The hybrid shaves nearly a second off that time. This engine is perfectly fine. It's relatively smooth and has decent oomph. I would like to drive the hybrid though, not for the extra power. I have to believe it's more refined, and this is a Lincoln. It's a premium brand. Smoothness is what it's all about. A reminder that Audi Q5, BMW X3, Cadillac XT5, Lexus RX, and Mercedes GLC use turbo force as well. Nautilus weighs some 4,400 pounds and can tow up to 1,750 lbs. If you're wondering, no, The screen is not distracting. In fact, I find it kind of informative. It's up at eye level, so it's easy to read everything when you're driving. And even in bright sunlight, there's no glare. This is really well done. The seating position is raised without nosebleed elevation. Visibility is good for a modern vehicle, and brownie points to designers that installed a wiper and hid it out of sight. The quietness inside is only broken when the throttle hits the carpet hard. There's nothing special about the engine note. As you might expect from the brand, this is very comfortable, though in cornering it's never sloppy. Go into Excite mode and things definitely sharpen up, including the suspension. It actually gets a little flinty, not the dynamic that you'd expect from Lincoln. For a more laid-back Matthew McConaughey vibe, steered clear of these 22-inch wheels and low-profile tires, the combination invites sharp bumps directly into the seat of my Levi's. The driving dynamics are modern-day luxury, neither sofa soft or athletic edgy. When it comes to fuel economy, this powertrain is EPA rated at an average of 24 miles per gallon, and it drinks regular grade fuel. Go with the hybrid and that raises to 30 mpg, and that powertrain only costs $1,500. So if cost is a concern, yeah, you'll make your money back. The standard active electronic ADAS safety suite has usable tech that drivers want, a solid lane keeping assist, and confident adaptive cruise control. It helps to make Nautilus a well-rounded road tripper. Nautilus is equipped with Blue Cruise, which is Ford's semi-autonomous driving system. On the highway, you can motor on for miles and miles and miles without touching the controls. It's similar to GM's Super Cruise, not quite as comprehensive. If you're going to be doing automatic lane changes, you need to use the turn signal to make those happen. For 4 years, Blue Cruise is free. After that, it's a subscription. Getting past the display, it's a well-kept secret that Lincoln has been delivering cabin goodness lately. Surfaces look and feel rich, plus they're unique to the brand, no copying the homework of other marks, and Easter eggs. It certainly doesn't look like a warmed-over Ford in here. The dash can be used as a giant shelf. Passengers noticed how the door releases fall right to hand. Ambient lighting doesn't have German dramatics, but colors can be switched around. In my week with it, I kept going for the volume knob to shift. It could be me. Even the warning chimes are unique. They were produced by the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. I think after a while I'd get tired of those. On the other hand, I adapted to the Squircle wheel without much thought. The shape helps screen visibility. Lincoln's user interface is fine, with good arrangement, flow, and sensitivity. It's a little small, so calling things up while driving can take eyes off the road, especially the HVAC settings. Better to use Google Assistant.
Hey, set the temperature to 70 degrees.
Sure, changing the temperature to 70 degrees.
Data access is free for a year, then subscribe. The charge pad worked flawlessly with my iPhone 13 Pro. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are wireless. Nautilus seats 5. If you want a 3-row Lincoln, you're going to have to move up to Aviator at least. Now, the people that sit back here are going to like it a lot. The backs recline, there's good headroom, same with knee, leg, and foot room. You can max out cargo room, you can max out leg room. The cushions are supremely comfortable, great thigh support, and the door openings are big enough so you can get in and out, no sweat. Same with car seats, they go in and out, no problem. Pockets, 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 I like that. There are adjustable vents and heated seats, but at this level, no separate climate zone. Also, no built-in sunshades. Each of the seat backs gets 2 USB ports, power to the people. Also, you can run a computer off this. The spine going down the middle isn't very intrusive, good for the person sitting in the middle position. Speaking of, Nautilus will take on 3 average-sized adults. If you're going across town. 2 will be pampered, especially if they're coffee drinkers, because these are the only cup holders back here. Some styling observations. This is not an edgy design. The look is sleek, planted, and purposeful. These eliminate clutter in the door panels, a gift from the late great Continental. The swage line runs right into the clamshell hood seam. Hiding the wiper arm cleans up the rump, and detailers will appreciate that the badging is covered. In person, it's easier to see the novel 3D effect. Sandwiched etched glass is something that Cadillac will be doing on optic. Now, sure, there's a little bit of Bentley up front and Range Rover here, but overall, Nautilus has its own sense of confidence. My tester has the $3,000 Jet Appearance Package, which blacks out the trim. It's kind of lost on this infinite black metallic paint. I did an internet search trying to figure out who invented the kick-to-open tailgate. Didn't really get a good answer, but whoever did deserves the Nobel Prize for convenience, which should be a thing. A round of applause for the spare tire and storage that's better finished than some interiors. Details that make life easier, too. No need to run around to the back doors to drop the seats. However, these don't raise them. No 40-20-40 split or pass-through. Want a completely flat load floor? Nautilus has a slight upward slope. In max cargo mode, there's 69 cubic feet. That'll haul a chest of drawers from the antique shop. I set the sliding seat about halfway, so knee and legroom are still good. At 35 cubic feet, the cargo hold takes on 12 packs of the 2-ply. You'll probably be filling it with carry-on suitcases. They're about the same size. It's not a performance pretender. Nautilus is true to its premium SUV mission. I can see many buyers in this segment overlooking it. Maybe it's brand cachet, that it's made in China, or just plain ignorance. But really, it deserves a look. What I really like about the Nautilus is its uniqueness. In a world where there seems to be a million Lexus RXs running around the neighborhood, this is quite different, down to the screen and the door handles and just the overall styling. So if you want something that the neighbors don't have, maybe take a look at this. Owners won't see Nautilus coming and going. Lincoln stays true to its premium mission, but gives this a new wave update, both inside and out. I generally shy away from reliability. It's tricky. For what it's worth, J.D. Power currently rates Lincoln below average in initial quality and reliability, but rankings can switch wildly from year to year. Reliability and satisfaction are more complicated than people think, depending on so many factors. The good news, as a whole, the quality of all automobiles is much better than, say, 10 years ago. I, of course, can't do these reviews without, you know him, you love him, Martin Campbell. He drives while I shoot running footage. What do you think of this vehicle?
No, it's not. It's nice. It's different.
Yeah, it is different.
It is really different.
Yeah. It's not a Me Too vehicle. I'm glad to see that Lincoln isn't just copying everybody.
I really like the dashboard. It's very futuristic.
Yeah. Not something you'd expect from Lincoln.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you need something larger than Nautilus, the updated 2025 Navigator gets the same screen and lighted grille. Fun fact for you before I go. A lot of automakers are named after their founders, right? Chevrolet, Ford, Toyota, Dodge. Lincoln is named after Abraham Lincoln. Apparently, it's the first president that Henry Leland voted for. He's the guy that started Lincoln. He also founded another American car company. You might have heard of it. Cadillac. Yeah, he started both. Hey, if you're not a subscriber, now is your chance to right that wrong. Sign up, click notifications. You can follow me on social media, and if you have a question, leave it in the comments. I'm pretty good about getting back to people. Thanks for watching. That's Driven. I'm Tom Volk.